There's nobody.
Hello, yogis. Hello, welcome to our community offerings, class 16. Hi, my name is Nil. For those of you who are maybe watching this video the first time, but I highly encourage you to go back to video number one, because it builds up slowly. We are going to do, so first of all, sit however you like on your mat. For those of you who are used to my practice, I'm sitting on a cushion. So cushion is really important. Maybe you need a cushion, maybe you don't, but I highly encourage you always take a cushion for your feet, for your knees. I'm sitting on my heels. You can sit on the cushion however you like. If you have the blocks and you want to put them underneath your sitting bones, that's great too. We did yesterday a little bit of exploration of the tennis ball. And if we have time today, I can't promise you completely, but that's where I'm going to go again. When we come down to the mat, I'm going to give us a little bit more time with this massaging of our backs. I did mainly yesterday our feet, rolling the feet on the tennis balls. Why am I showing you this black thing? Well, the tennis balls are in this sock. You remember we put them in, and I'll show you, I'm not lying. Unless you have the therapy balls from a Pilates or yoga studio, they're already pre-packaged in a netting. They cost about 15 to 20 bucks, but if you have two tennis balls, they do the same thing. So I push them in, and then I'm gonna put a knot in here so they don't move around. So that's one part that I'm going to do with me. And as usual, we're going to start with the Tibetan rites. We're today, as of today, up to 19. Today and tomorrow, we're going to do 19. So if you don't feel like doing the Tibetan rites 19 today, do as many as your body will allow you. And I will be very pleased if you do less than me, because that means you're listening to your body. If you want to modify your Tibetan rites, go to class number 12. I show you the big modification on where you don't have to come down to your mat ever, and you can do this on your bed, on your couch, and standing. So one more thing, one more prop that I'm going to ask you to pull is the chair, not for the Tibetan rites, but for our second half of the class with the chair. And you'll see I have a little surprise for you for some poses that I usually don't do because it's very challenging. It's a big balancing pose, but with the chair, it's very doable. And then the last part is we will revisit the Nadi Shodhana, the alternate nostril breathing, where we close the one nostril with the thumb and the other one with the ring finger. I'll walk you through it again. So big class, a lot of stuff, but first sit, long spine. Feel like you're like a little puppet and somebody is pulling you up from the crown of your head. Do not go into a cat spine. Do not come into a cow spine. Sit straight. Big breath in. Big breath out, but slowly. Inhale deeply. Exhale slowly. Inhale. Exhale. Doesn't matter how I cue the breath. If this doesn't work out for you, you do your own breathing. The most important thing in the yoga practice is the breath. That's the only thing that we can really control to calm the mind, to calm the emotions, and to bring pranayama into the body. That's the life force that we need in order to function. Big breath in, slow breath out. Inhale deeply. Exhale slowly. Couple more breaths like this. Try if you can resort to your yoga breath in and out of through your nose, if that's available to you today. If not, you just open your mouth and breathe through your mouth. One last breath. All right, little different today. Hands into heart center. we'll start the practice with an Om. Om has a very big meaning. You can Google a lot about Om, but Om is the connection to all of us. Om that resonates, that we're all really connected. There's some cool physical stuff, scientific stuff out on the internet, if you want to Google it, how we're actually connected to each other. And this is my connection to you. So take a deep breath in. Join me. Oh. Release your hands down, come into your tabletop. Let's move the hips a little bit around, maybe make a fist again, just to have a little different way of doing this. Most of you know this with hands palm down. I'm doing it with a fist just to surprise my wrist and give them a little time out. And of course, good bone tempering for the knuckles. We're coming up to our Tibetan rites. Remember, 19 of them. So come up. If the chair is already next to you, you can always hold on to the chair, or you walk yourself backwards with your fist and then push yourself up. And as I said, you can always hang on to your chair. The biggest thing for me is really the medical Qigong. After any movement that you need to do, don't forget your medical Qigong. This is my lifesaver, really. This is something that I got as a present from my master, the Yin Yoga master, Paulie Singh. Check him out on the internet too, if you like. All right, big breath in, big breath out. Today, I will try not to cue the breath with the Tibetan rites, because I'm understanding from more and more of you who are giving me feedback that sometimes you need more breaths. I've been hinting towards it for the last 5 classes or so to take more breaths, but it sounds like when I just do inhale and exhale cueing that you have to have only one breath. That's totally not the case. Take as many breaths as you need. So I will try my mind. I need to really think hard, and that's dharana, concentration, not to cue the breath. So I will only count. The first rite is the spinning counter clockwise, not counter, sorry, clockwise. Arms out to the position that you like the best. Engage the bandhas, feet are shoulder distance, and start turning. Start turning very mindfully. We're not rushing through this. Keep the bandhas engaged. If you think about it, you can do it. And breathe. Don't hold your breath. Slowly. I'm not even going to tell you how many I'm doing here. I will stop when I don't want it anymore because I feel dizzy or I'm nauseated. You do this for yourself, not for somebody else. And if it's just 2 of them, it is just 2 of them, or maybe 1 of them. So the goal is by class 19 to go up to 21. Do you have to do all 21? Of course not. But if you stay steadily at it, you will get to 21. I have 5 more that I'm going to do here, and then I will stop. 3 more for me. I'm squeezing the bandhas. That really pushes my spine up and more in a straight, more in a, what am I looking for? Okay, I need to stop to talk. In a straight spine and not slouching forward or going into a cow spine or cat spine, and recover. Hands to your hips, recover. Whenever you're ready. Now, for any reason, you don't want to do the back bending standing because your balance is off. I'm going to show you the first 5 on the chair. So first 5 on the chair. For those of you who are used to this back bending exercise, please start with your 19. You need this time. And for the other ones, I'm going to sit here like you're sitting sideways. So this is better for you. Sit here. Come to the edge of your chair. Put your hands to your lower back. This is an intense cow spine. So pull the belly in, pull the pelvic floor, then squeeze the shoulder blades, look up, and then your breath takes you back to your normal spine. This is only the cow spine if you want, but you're pushing a little bit more into your lower back, fingertips down, look up, squeeze the shoulder blades, and then come back. 3, chest up, not the shoulders, the shoulder blades are squeezing, bandhas are engaged, and then come back. Number 4, squeeze the shoulder blades, come back. If you can't look up, keep the chin to your chest in a double chin version, move the nose back, and that's this number 5. So if you continue with the chair, that's great. I'm going to join you for those of you who are standing. Here is number 6. Number 7, squeeze the bandhas, don't lose the bandhas. 8. 9. 10, squeeze the bandhas, squeeze the shoulder blades. 11, take as many breaths as you need. But do not hold your breath. 12, squeeze the shoulder blades, squeeze the bandhas, everything, you're squeezing everything. Feel your feet on the ground. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. Involve your breath with your movement. 17, squeeze the bandhas. 18. 1 more. 'And then, of course, you know what to do. I hope you're doing this without me telling you what to do here, because this is an awesome way, the medical Qigong version here, to get the friction out of your body and to bring movement into your joints. We're coming down to the J. As I will keep mentioning in class number 12, I do this J, this capital letter J asana on the couch. You can do it on your bed, whatever feels good. But if you have the cushion and you're coming down with me, put your head down on the cushion. And first part of that J is chin to chest. Belly in, chin to chest. Another alternative is, if you don't want to lift the legs today, even if you just do the chin to chest, as many as you can, it's a big movement for the neck. It really helps the neck to become stronger. All right, here is the leg portion. If you can, join me with the legs. By now, you know you have options with the legs bending and then straight up, or you bring them up straight up. Squeeze the bandhas. That's non-negotiable. Squeeze it like you mean it. Flex your ankles up, chin to chest, and then your breath takes you back. Breath takes you up. 2. Breath takes you back, or many breaths. Up. 3. Down. Up. 4. Squeeze the bandhas. Down. Keep the neck down if the neck doesn't like too many of these. 5. 6. Hands stay down. 7, squeeze the bandhas. 8, 9, 10. Do you remember me counting yesterday in Sanskrit? Let's do this again for the last 9. Nava, 9. Ashtau, 8. Septa, 7. Squeeze. Shat, 6. Pancha, 5. Chatwari, 4. Trini, 3. Dway, 2. Ekam, 1. And the usual Shavasana, 3 breaths here. Close your eyes, relax everything, your legs, your arms, everything in your body. 2 more breaths. 1 more. We're coming to a seated position. How? You decide, maybe bend your knees, windshield wiper your knees first a bit side to side, and then you can roll to one side and come slowly up. Or you try the cat spine. Cat spine. Pull the belly in, chin to chest, and then come up to a seated position, because we are doing the reverse tabletop with the L-sit. If you don't feel like reverse tabletop L-sit, one option, take this to your couch or to your bed, because the surface will be much softer. And the main modification to this would be maybe a bridge, and you can lift the arms up to while you're coming down every time. So bridge, normal bridge. Okay, here is the L shape. Legs are engaged, flex your ankles, push your nose back, engage the bandhas, chest up, not the shoulders. All right, here we go. 1. Ekam, hips between your hands, L shape, nose back. Dway, 2. Trini, 3. Chatwari, 4. Pancha, 5. Shat, 6. Septa, 7. Ashtau, 8. Nava, 9. Breathe. Dasha, 10. All right, now we're going into a little more complicated counting. Ekadasha, 11. Dwadasha, 12. Double chin. Trayodasha, 13. Chaturdasha, 14. Panchadasha, 15. Sodasha, 16. Saptadasha, 17. Ashtadasha, 18. Last one. Navadasha, 19. And then come out of it and shake it out. Shake it out. All right. Last pose in the series, last asana of the Tibetan rites is the double dog. For that, I'm going to take definitely the cushion underneath my knees. I'm going to show you 2 versions of it as usual. So the first 5 we're going to do on the knees. And if you like, you have the option to lift the knees off the ground if you like. I want to talk to you about this. It's a really, really important pose. And you can do this all standing too, not coming down at all to your knees, completely standing with your chair. Check out video number 12, class number 12. So why is this such an important pose? Look what we're doing. First of all, spread your fingers, dig your fingertips into the mat, because then I'm hoping that you won't lift the palms off the ground. Dig the fingertips if you can, or spread them out. You're coming forward, you're coming forward, you're coming forward over your wrist, then you're lowering the hips down and turning the eyes of the elbows towards each other. Think for a second here, stay with me, just a second. Look what we're doing. The front of the body, the muscles, the back of the body, the muscles, the shoulders, the hips. You see so much going on. These are all benefits. These poses we don't do during our regular routine daily life. And then, of course, the metabolism from doing repetitions of this, and then push yourself back. Here is the second one. Come over, shoulders over your wrist, turn the eyes of the elbows towards each other, nose up maybe, and then exhale, go back to half dog. Some of you may enjoy down child's pose. Inhale, come forward, 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 turn the eyes of the elbows towards each other. This is your 3. See, I resorted back to the inhale. I didn't want to say that. And then go back with as many breaths as you like. Come forward with your breath, forward. Maybe nose up, and then go back, child's pose or half dog. Come forward 5. And go back with your breath. Now the other version. Come forward, 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 shoulders over your wrist, turn the eyes of the elbows towards each other, curl your toes under and lift your knees off the ground. I need to tuck my shirt so you can see it. Lift, and then go back to your maybe downward dog. If this works for you, continue like this. Number 7. 8, Ashtal. 9, Nava. 10, Dasha. 11, Ekadasha. 12, Dwadasha. 13, Trayodasha. Chaturdasha, 14. Panchadasha, 15. Sodasha, 16. Saptadasha, 17. Ashtadasha, 18. Navadasha, 19. And then you decide if you like the downward dog, you want to stay a little longer. Bring yourself down onto your cushion and maybe go into your child's pose, legs wide, legs together. Or maybe you don't like this pose at all. You stay in tabletop and push your hips back to maybe a half dog. Make it your own, because we will come eventually all to a standing position. That's how we're going to continue. But bravo if you did 19 of these to get today with me. Bravo if you didn't do 19 of these, because then you listen to your body, and I'm more pleased about that. And you have always Durga Kala. Patanjali had something for it. In time, everything will come together for all of us. So if you're still in downward dog, come down onto your knees. If you were in child's pose or half dog, come into your tabletop and let's take this freestyle, you know, cat and cow, just to bring a little bit more motion. And this is almost feels to me, almost though, like that medical qigong thing. All right, now we're coming up again. Fist, move your knees off the ground, push the cushion away. We don't need it right now. And then pull, push yourself up and then walk your hands up, 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 up. You're doing a great thing by really going onto your knuckles with the fist. That's bone tempering. As we're aging, we need anything we can to do anything we can to keep the bones strong. And sometimes that needs to be heart on heart. All right, here we go. I promise you with the chair, some more challenging stuff. And we're gonna do some really cool stuff with it. Take your chair. I'm gonna do a sideways view so you can see me. So I think I'm gonna switch between sides so that way you can see me the best. So the right side and the left side. So I'll start on the right side, my right. All right, let me see, you can see it. Okay, we're starting with the tree pose. For some of you, tree pose is like what? Neil, you want me to be on a chair with a tree pose and you're here, maybe you're holding on with one hand. For some of you, this may be a bigger hip opener. Try it out. This is definitely a bigger tree opener for me if I put my foot down on the chair, depending, of course, the height of your chair. This is a pretty high chair. And then you have some great stability. You can still hold on to the chair and bring one hand into heart center, or you have both arms up. That's totally up to you. Non-negotiable. Pull in the bandhas. We're not slouching here. Pull in the bandhas and focus on the breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale deeply. Exhale slowly. Inhale. Exhale. You can do your own inhale and exhale. You don't have to be exactly with my cues. One more. Perfect. And then bring your hands down. Let's bring the leg up. You can hold on. Some of you will be able to straighten the leg. Hold on and straighten the leg. Can you hold it? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. And then bring it down and shake it out. You know what to do here. So I'll go to the other side. All right, here we go. You are welcome to do your regular tree however you like, or try the chair. So hips forward, yes, you can feel something going on. You can always adjust, turn your toes where the knee wants to go. If you can open a lot, open back to straight over your toes. Or if you feel like this is too much, turn your toes towards the camera or towards your screen and the knee will follow. That's it. You make it your own. And then decide on the arms or decide if you want to hold on to the chair. That's great too. Squeeze the bandhas now. Squeeze like you mean it. Squeeze it. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. 1 more. And then arms come down if they're not already down. Remember this, same leg, forward, bend knee or straighten. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. And shake it out. Shake it out. Nice. Perfect. All right. Little bit more on the hips. It's fun. I'm going to stay right here. Well, maybe to be even, I'll start with the right side. That's the right thing to do. Because it's going to be my left side. I realize now I'm a little bit off center here. There we go. So this, my right side, meaning right, anyway. Right knee, right leg stays down, right foot stays down. So bend both knees, hold on to the chair, bend both knees, bend into the left, yes. Now, lift the left away and bring it back. Both knees together, lift and bring it back. Lift and bring it back. From the front, it looks like this. Lift and bring it back. Maybe hand at your hips. My right leg is the rounding one. That's it. 5, 4, you're breathing. I'm not cueing the breath. 3, 2, last one. Perfect. If you don't need hands, you don't need, or the chair, you don't need the chair. Maybe you can do it without the chair. So go to the other side. Now my left is grounding. Bend both knees first of all, and then out and in, out and in. You have evenness here with the knees, so it doesn't stick out. Yes, out and in, out and in. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Beautiful. And then shake it out. Shake it out. Perfect. I go back and then I have more room here to do my medical qigong. Perfect. Nice. So we're doing now, I'm going to turn the chair sideways so you can see me. One of the traditional stuff that we would hit in a yoga class is a half moon. Half moon by itself is a very challenging pose because you're balancing on one leg at the rest of your body, which we did, of course, standing too, but now you're in this flexion here too. So let me show you what I mean in a regular class. I'm going to incorporate the class. So my right leg is the one that's going to bear my weight, and I'm lifting the left leg up, Most of the time we have just the blocks, but even the block is going to be not enough because it's further down, and then the teacher wants you to open up the left hip. That's a lot of balancing, but guess what? With the chair, totally doable. So make sure though that the chair doesn't go away, doesn't slip away from you. That's really one thing that I'm concerned of. So maybe put it on the mat, adjust here. The right foot stays down. Focus on the bandhas here. Squeeze the bandhas, bend into the right knee slightly, and then lift the left leg up, up, up. Square hips first. Now try to open the top hip up towards the sky. Both my hands are on the chair. Now stay there. Flex your ankle, flex. That's it. Some of you may be stable here. Keep a little bend in that standing leg, and maybe you don't even need the chair here. Try it out. If you need the chair, sure, hold on to the chair. Maybe if you're okay with one hand on the chair, lift the hip up. Maybe you can extend your arm up and then come out of it. I kept you way too long in it. We're going to do it again twice. Let's do the other side. So that means the left leg is going to stay down, the left foot. And then I'm going to make sure that my chair doesn't leave me here as I'm pushing some pressure on. Bend into the left knee a little bit, and then lift. Well, first we came square with square hip, and then lift, open up the right hip. Flex your foot, flex the right foot. Yeah, the toes are coming towards you. Stay here, or maybe you can extend your arm up towards the sky. Don't go with the gaze up. That would put you in an imbalance right away, or some of you may don't even need the chair. So wherever you are, make it your own, and then come out of it. Guess what? This movement is a lifesaver. So do your medical qigong, and then I'm going to bring you, I said twice, but I'm going to add on a little bit more. So right foot is grounding me first. Adjust your chair. Now you know if your chair is moving or not moving. You can be on the mat. I don't want to do this on the mat because then I'm covering my screen here with just a chair. So bend into the right knee a little bit, and then lift your left leg. Flex the ankle, square your hips now. Drop the left hip more than you think you can. It will not overdrop, believe me. Your hips are not designed like that. So drop. Guess what? You're in warrior 3. You have a micro bend in the front knee. That's it. Now open up the hip, and you're in a half moon position. I'm not even leaving this time my arms from the chair. just the legs, and then close the hip up again, square your hips towards the floor. Here is for one breath, warrior three, and then step down and do your medical qigong. Perfect. So now you know where to hold the chair. Maybe you can even hold on the seat. Make it your own. The chair is really an awesome tool to give us some freedom in these poses. And now it's my left foot that's grounding me, and my right leg goes up. See, drop the right hip, flex the ankle. The toes are coming towards you. Yes, squeeze the bandhas. This is your warrior three. Very advanced pose, but doable with a chair. And then open up your hip towards the sky. Don't leave the chair with your arms. Hold on. Flex, flex. This is from the back side. Maybe you can even turn your nose up because you have both of your hands on the chair. And then come back to your warrior three. Square your hips and then touch down. Great job. Oh my goodness. That's a lot of standing poses. Okay, but you're gonna have some fun down on the floor when we come down with the tennis balls. I promise you, we will have time because we're gonna go on to the wall. So another very challenging pose is the revolver triangle. Most of the time in my classes, I don't bring people into the revolver triangle, but totally doable with the chair. Again, make sure that the chair is not slipping. So you maybe come to the seat of your chair, come to an L shape, and you can always stop at any level. I'm gonna make sure that you can see me. L shape, squeeze the bandhas, squeeze the bandhas. Look at your feet, they're hip distance. Now step your right foot forward. No, actually, step your left foot forward so you can see me on the screen. Left foot forward. Now, you can totally stay in this shape, and this is beautiful. This has really, it's so different from the regular triangle. Now we want to go, this is my left foot, towards the left. Now these hips are square, maybe a micro bend in the front knee, or keep it straight, however you like. Walk your hands towards the left. Maybe bring your left hand to your sacrum and turn your nose up towards the sky. For some of you, maybe wrap the left hand around your waist with the palm going away from you. And that's another shoulder exercise here. I'll show you on the other side. You can keep your hand at your sacrum or palm away from you, the back of your hand. You're wrapping your arm around. Squeeze the bandhas like you mean it. Squeeze it. So the torso goes one way and the hips go the other way. One more breath here. And then slowly come out of it. Push yourself out of it. Get into your medical qigong first. And I'll change the chair. So when I said, before I take you down, hand to your lower back, or this is what I meant. See, you wrap the back of your hand to your waist. So, all right, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Adjust, long spine here, super long spine. Feet are hip distance, right? We're leaving the right foot as is, stepping the left foot forward. And then, oh, I'm sorry, I did the other side. My brain. Right foot forward. If you're doing it with me, you need to do the right side. Right foot forward. And then squeeze the bandhas, come into your L shape, or you need to stay a little higher up. You need to stay a little higher up. And then walk your hands on the chair towards the right side. Your right hand can come to your lower back, or palm up. You wrap your hand around your waist and maybe turn your nose up towards the sky. This is the revolver triangle, micro bend in the right knee, or maybe keep it straight. Then keep the kneecaps up. Have the quads engage. One more breath. And then with an inhale, release everything, step up to both feet together and go into your medical qigong. Perfect. Wonderful. Good job. Okay, Before we come down, I want to show you, I think I did, I'm not sure now if I showed you the dancer at the wall. So a class can totally, a regular vinyasa class or regular yoga class can ask you to do a freestyle dancer. You can do this with a chair, of course, and you will get, but at the wall, it's a bit easier. So I'm gonna turn or bring this up a little higher up. So my wall is the door here. Let's see. I'm gonna adjust this. Yes. So I want you to come to the wall. This is my wall, sideways. So my right side is at the wall. You can do, it doesn't matter really what side. You need to look at this, what I'm doing. We are going to leave the right foot that's closer. In my case, it's the right foot on the ground, maybe a micro bend always, if it doesn't feel right to be completely straight. And then bend the left. If you can, hold on to your ankle, bring the knees together so it doesn't stick, one knee doesn't go forwards or backwards. So here we go. I'm gonna just look at my right arm. It's right against the wall. Yes. So here we go. Now I'm gonna flex my ankle. This is an awesome quad stretch. Stay here. This is wonderful. Now squeeze the bandhas like you mean it, pelvic floor and the belly in. Your right arm along the wall, maybe goes slightly up or a lot up, adjust, and then kick into your hand and go into your dancer's pose. Totally doable at the wall, totally doable. And then look forward, straight forward, and you can adjust here, go higher up. You can lean a little bit forward if you bend the knee slightly, the standing knee. That's it. One more breath. And then slowly release everything and come into your medical Qigong. The other side, and then we're coming down. All right. Do your medical Qigong thing to get the tension out of your body. And we do the other side. So this is my left side closer to the wall or the door if you have a closed door. Now my left arm is leaning against the door. I'm going to have a micro bend in the standing leg as I'm bringing the other leg up, grabbing my ankle. And if you want to stay here for an awesome quad stretch, and this is enough for you, perfect, stay here. If you want to go a little bit more, don't forget to engage the bandhas now. Squeeze the pelvic floor, squeeze the belly in. Your arm goes wherever it wants to go and feels okay with the shoulder girdle. And then kick into your hand while you're flexing your foot. Kick into your hand and then find your dancer. If you lean a little bit more forward, but give a little bit more bend in your standing knee, that's it. And here is your dancer. Who says you can't do the dancer? Of course you can. You're not even using any other props than the wall, and then come out of it and go move into your medical Qigong. Perfect. Now, I'm going to utilize the wall again. So if you like, but we're going to come the yogi way down. So we're going to do a Chaturanga. After the Chaturanga, I'm going to ask you to move your mat to the wall. Because I have two mats on the floor, I'm going to move one of my mats already towards the wall. And I am going to put my tennis balls next to me. And I'm going to take my pillow to the mats. So when I'm doing the Chaturanga, my knees are protected. Here we go. All right. Thank you, chair. We don't need you anymore. So we're coming down the yogi way. Hands to your lower back. Feet are hip distance or wider. Push your hips forward as your chest goes up. Squeeze your shoulder blades, nose up. This is your big inhale here. And then exhale, keep the bandhas alive here. Fold over your legs. Come down onto your knees. Can we do a double Chaturanga? Of course we can. Walk your hands forward, not too far. Then move your shoulders forward. Pass your wrist now. Bend the elbows back, straight back, straight back, straight back. Push straight. I'm not cueing the elbows, the eyes of the elbows, as you notice. Straight back, bend, 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 bend. Push up, eyes of the elbows towards each other. Now you're going into your up dog position. and then go into your half dog maybe. Would be your exhale, child's pose, or you stay up because your knees are cushioned and you can. So whatever feels great, that's what you need to do, because now I want you to come to the wall. So my setup is already here, so you can stop the recording and come to the wall. And I'm turning this way. So I'm going to pull the cushion closer too, because first we're going to do the massaging. I'm going to give us 5 minutes with this on the wall. How? I'm pushing myself against the wall. Take your whatever balls you have. At least you have 2 balls in a sock. I'm assuming that you have this, that you found it maybe in your dog's toy basket, and then put it in a sock. Or you have the therapy balls from your studio and bring it behind you. And this is my favorite way really to relax, to massage the fascia. That is really the outer layer, the most outer layer of closer to our skin, of our muscles. And you can change the ball horizontally or vertically. So whatever feels good, you can keep it on the upper back, go from side to side. Close your eyes. I will watch the time for us. Some of you may enjoy bringing this to the neck and see if you like to go side to side, bringing it lower to the base of your neck. And if I just separate myself a little bit from the wall, the balls are rolling down my spine anyway, and I can go slowly back and forth. It's easier to do this with 2 balls than 1, because 1 really, I noticed, just is not as maneuverable as 2 in a sock. And if you have the alpha ball or any other ball, you can try those. I'm not even engaging those, because if you're a home practitioner, you don't necessarily have all these tools. And so this is great. Yeah. And then this is awesome. Lower. And then I really like it on my lower back. So maybe I going from side to side, I have it horizontally. So try it out. There are a lot of ways. Why am I not doing this laying down? Because this is too much pressure for me. Maybe you like it laying down. Lay down on the wall and do exactly what I'm doing here, seated. And standing is great too, but then after a while I get like, gravity pulls me down. I need to sit down. So I found that this is really a great way of massaging yourself, giving yourself some TLC. Yeah, we have a couple more minutes. We can do this. This is great. Put a little smile on your face and close your eyes. And you're doing this for you, because I'm going to finally show you a supported shoulder stand at the wall after this. Yeah, we're going to do a lot of fun stuff today. A lot of stuff that I haven't really done with you guys. I try to vary my classes. That's what I did in the studio too, not just on the Zoom. So it stays fun, and I think that's the reason why I am so drawn to yoga, because I'm reaping the benefits of it, keeping it fun, keeping it light, keeping it to my body's needs. And so I have a very, very regular practice. Even those days where I'm not teaching, I'm doing something for myself. Either I have read a book and I liked something that they suggested and I want to try it out, or I turn on in YouTube millions of videos that you can watch. But it's really nothing like the setup when you go to a studio and you have the energy of all the people, all the yogis, all the sadhakas, yogis who are searching with deep within the soul. The energy is different. I miss the studio setting. I do some private classes. I'm right now overseas. I'm not in the US, but I really miss the studio classes. Let's see how long we're going to stay on Zoom with this. So I'm hoping you enjoyed this while I was talking to you a little bit more. And we are going to remove the tennis balls. We're going to come now to the wall. How? Bend your knees, slide now sideways to the wall, as close as you can. Some of us can't physically, so you need to be away from the wall. Some of us can do, and take your cushion. Great for your head. So you're going to target with the cushion your head. So I am going to change the view to the other side so you can see me. So I'm coming as close as you possibly can. And then you come sideways down in a fetal position. And even though I was so close to the wall, I'm still far away from the wall. So now you're going to make it your own. I'm going to show you here that I'm quite distant, maybe a foot away. You can always press against the wall, press on into your upper arms and scoot forward. But some of us have to stay up further away, and that's okay. So my head is supported by the cushion, and the upper part of my body is done with working. Now we're going to work a little bit more on the legs. Well, the upper part will come into play in the next pose, the shoulder stand that I promised you. So scoot as close as you can, and then you make it your own here. Adjust your cushion and maybe just stay here, and let's do the belly breathing a little bit more, where you push the breath all the way into your belly, push the belly out, put your hands as your pilot here onto your belly. And then with an exhale, bring the belly back in towards the spine. Inhale, push the belly out. Exhale, bring the belly back in. Your legs are straight up. Inhale, push the belly out. Exhale, bring your hands towards your belly button towards your spine. Your hands are your guides. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Perfect. Now, if this class was enough for you as is, stay here. This is an awesome way to stay for the next 5 minutes here, because I promise you Nadi Shodhana, the alternate breathing, nostril breathing breath that we're going to revisit. If you don't want to do that, that's cool too. And this is your pose to finish up class. If you want to try the shoulder stand with me, I'm going to give you lots of options here too. Hands are by your side. Maybe I'm pushing myself now a little bit away from the wall, because now I'm too close to the wall. I can't even put my hands down. My fingers are curling up on the wall. So, all right, I'm bending my elbows a little bit. Make it work, really. It doesn't matter how I do it. It matters how you feel about this. Then I'm bending my knees. Press into the wall, squeeze the bandhas, and lift your hips up. Let's warm up the spine a little bit more. And then with your breath going down. With your breath, inhale, take as many inhales and exhales as you want, up. And then slowly come down. You're rolling slowly down. It's up. And then come down. 2 more times. Up. And then come down. Don't forget to breathe. We're not holding the breath. Up. And come down. And then release your legs up. Maybe shake your legs right against the wall. Now, this is great. If you want to just repeat this and you were happy with this, perfect. If you want to try a little bit more, now it's really important that your neck is comfortable here, especially if you've never done shoulder stand. It's important that you always visualize a tennis ball between your chin and your chest. You don't want to have too close. So push your nose up. All right, now back to the legs. Now I'm going to bend my knees again, push into my legs and lift, lift, lift as high as I can. Let me push my shirt in so you can see me here. And then I'm walking my feet up the wall. I'm walking up. I'm walking up. Push your nose up to a level that is still doable with your neck. So my tennis ball doesn't fit anymore. I'm too far up. But if your neck feels like it's squished because I'm cueing you to this, you need to come down. This is intense on the neck. Now, if you have room, lift one leg up the wall, off the wall. You're lifting one leg off the wall. I know the camera can't, can I? Yep, there you go. And then bring it back. Squeeze the bandhas, lift the other leg. If you still are comfortable with your neck, that's really the most important part in shoulder stand. And then bring it down. Now I want you to put your hands to your lower back. You have a bicycle stand. Squeeze the bandhas and then lift one leg off the wall and then come back to the wall and then try the other one. Some of you may be ready to go off the wall completely. You do that, but I'm not going to show you that. I'm just assuming you are a beginner in this and we're just doing one leg at a time. This is enough for the neck as it is. We don't need more weight on the neck. This softens us up. One more breath here. Lift, alternating. And then for those of you who want to stay longer, definitely stay longer. For those of you who are rolling down, awesome. Come slowly out of it. And then maybe hug your knees a little closer towards your chest. And windshield wiper slowly from side to side. Beautiful. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale deeply. Exhale slowly. If you have the room, do a little bit of this, rowing, and then maybe the other way around too, because we are going to come out of this by maybe scoot yourself away from the wall a little bit and then turn to your favorite side, both knees towards one side. And if you don't want to come out of this pose and you want legs up the wall, perfect, but I promise you the Nadi Shodhana, the alternate nostril breathing, which is an awesome way to control emotions, to bring more pranayama, the life force into the body, to clean the channels. Nadi is the channel, Shodhana means cleaning, cleansing. And when you're ready to come, hoist yourself up to your seat, come to your seat, come out of your fetal position. And I'm going to turn the camera back this way so we can do the alternate nostril breathing. So sit however you like. Give me just a second. My puppy is photobombing my sessions here. And I'm right back. So we're sitting in a way that is comfortable for you because it's about the breath, but sit upright. I will still invite you to do Shavasana after this. So right or left. If you're left-handed, you need to do it on the left side. I'm going to cue the right side. Thumb to your right nostril, ring finger to your left. You can keep the peace fingers like this in between and do it like this, or you can put the peace fingers onto your forehead and do this. The pinky doesn't have a role. It goes as the peanut gallery back and forth with the ring finger. So we're starting with the left side. Your right thumb is on your right nostril. Inhale to the left. Close the left. Open the right. Exhale. Inhale through the right. Close the right. Open up the left. Let's do one more together. Inhale through the left. Close the left. Open the right. Exhale. Inhale through the right. Close the right. Open up the left. Exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. 3 more times on your own. When you're done, just bring your hands down and notice. Just breathe 3 or 4 more times normally. From here, you can totally go back to your Shavasana, or if you like to do the Kirtan style, the ending of the class, bring your hands to your heart center. Repeat after me. Loka, Loka, Samasta, Samasta, Sukhino, Sukhino, Bhavantu, Bhavantu. May all living beings everywhere be happy and free. Bring your thumb knuckles to your forehead center. Ekonkar, we're all one. Namaste.